What up, family? CTR Media Network. Yeah. Best in the biz. Yeah. Join the team. CTR is who we are, the media network, that's the best by far. Whether you listen at your home, at your job, in your car, come get the information that's needed above par. Never lasting, motivational podcasting, giving you the answers to the questions that you're asking. Serious talks and topics, how to come up and profit, how to better yourself, your health is here, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like-minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network. CTR is who we are, the media network, that's the best by far, you know. CTR Media Network. CTR Media Network.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this live. All right, I want to make sure that all of you guys can hear me. So if you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Because we're gonna jump into our topic of the day. Yes, our topic of the day. Which is building a successful 2025 mindset. And I'm going to give you some practical tools or practical strategies that you can use in order to make 2025 the best year ever. And it starts with your mind first. And so today we're going to do a little audio because, I go from video to audio to show you how you need to show up. You can choose to do video when you're streaming. You can choose to do audio, as long as you're bringing information that individuals will find valuable and make their life better. So let's go ahead, and we know right now 2525 is here, and I want to know, are you ready to step into your best year yet? If you are, put in the comments best year yet. And if when I see your comments, I will give you guys a shout out. And so today we're going to be talking about how you can cultivate a mindset that attracts growth, abundance, and success. And what we're going to do, overall, this is geared towards entrepreneurs so that you can stay motivated. But of course, if you're not an entrepreneur, you can take some of these tips and strategies with you onto the workplace, because we have a variety of different type of people who watch our content on CTR Media Network, from traditional 9-to-5 workers to entrepreneurs to individuals who are working in a 9-to-5 and they're an entrepreneur. So what are the 5 practices that you can actually do in order to help you reprogram your mind for 2025? So the number one thing that I can give you some tips on is have daily intentions and visualize it. So what is daily intentions with visualization? It's basically you determine why a particular thing that you're doing matters. So why do you want to be an entrepreneur? Why do you want to go and work a traditional job? What is it doing for you? And then you need to visualize this inside your head and map out how you want your life to be successful, whether it's 9 to 5 job or whether it's entrepreneurship. And you have to always make sure that it aligns with your focus and your goals. So some of you, I know when I was working a traditional job, I had certain goals that I wanted to reach in order to be able to get the highest raise that I can possibly get for the next year, right? And so what is it that you want to do? If you are a entrepreneur, then what is it that you do that you want to do better this year for 2025? Think about this. Imagine yourself closing one of the biggest deals of your life. You launching that project that you wanted to launch, and then people see the success that you have, and then you see yourself standing on stage as a thought leader, sharing with individuals the process that you had to take in order to make it to that particular level. I want you to imagine yourself with the best possibility of success possible. You have to start visualizing that. You have to believe it before you can achieve it. It starts with just an idea or a thought with whatever it is that you want to be successful at, whether it's have a successful relationship, be a successful parent, whatever it is that you want to be successful at. It starts with the idea first. Okay. And so when it starts with the idea first, you need to visualize yourself reaching that goal, crossing that finish line, and then you work what is in between. What is the in between? The process that takes you to get to point A to point B and ultimately to the finish line, which is Z, right? If we're doing from A to Z. Another thing that really helps is for you to have a journal. I particularly like having voice notes or voice clips because sometimes I'm so busy, I don't have time or I don't want to make time to stop and write because I'm doing things. So what I like to do is send myself voice clips and then I listen to those voice clips later because I am an audio and visual learner. So I love to listen to things. That's why I love podcasts because as I'm doing my day to day, I can listen to things and while I'm working. And so for me, I love voice notes, voice clips, and then I can later transition those voice clips or voice notes into a Google Doc, which I can go and pull the points from it and build out my goals and my strategies, right? But of course, one of the best ways is pen to paper because if you write it down and make it plain, it does happen. Certain things I will make the time to write down, but if it's just ideas and different stuff, I say, okay, I have to make sure I catch this idea while it's in my mind and make sure I document it. The second thing that you need to do in order for you to have success with changing, building your mindset for 2025 is to embrace your failures. Ooh, some of you might not want to do this. You have to learn to embrace your failures as feedback. What do I mean by that? See, growth happens when you reframe your failures as lessons. Many times what happens is when we fail at something, we we reframe it as, oh my goodness, I'm not good. I failed. Everybody's looking at me. Or you feel like you really made a terrible mistake that is unfixable. I need you to start reframing that to think of it as a lesson. Every failure is just another stepping stone to help you get to solving that problem. So learn to reframe your failures as lessons, okay? As lessons learned. And at the end of the week, this is what I like to do. At the end of the week, I like to write down or give myself voice clips of the things that I failed at and what lesson that I learned from it. And then how can I solve this? And then I go through a process of elimination. Either I will work through it depending on the problem. I will work through it myself, or I will find someone that's qualified to help me get to point A to point B faster and quicker. And then I reteach myself and add my ingenuities to whatever is the process to make it, put my little stamp on it. And then I have just turned and reframe that failure as a lesson learned, that took it from a lesson learned to a process or a system of operations. And that is what you can use if you are an entrepreneur in the marketplace in order to help other people. Hi, Matthew. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, we are live. So let me know where you're tuning in from and if any of this information is hitting home with you. Thank you for tuning in. The third practice that you can do to kind of like reframe your mind, or I would say to build your mindset to success for 2025, is cultivating gratitude. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but we're going to go a little bit deeper into this gratitude, okay? So why does this matter? Because gratitude shifts your focus from what you're lacking to what you're thriving in. Let me say that again. When you shift your mindset to cultivating in gratitude, it shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's you're thriving in. Because being imperfect, some of us, we are automatically programmed to think about or to feel like we lack everything. Oh, I lack the income. I lack not having this. Oh, have you ever heard anybody say this right here? It must be like someone buy a new car, get a new house, have a job, get a new job promotion, and you're telling the person and then they say to you, "Oh, it must be nice." Well, guess what? That in itself tells a lot. I used to be a person that say that years ago, and I realized that I was living in a mindset of lack and not gratitude. So for 2025, you should make sure that you focus not on the lack, but how you are thriving. And every evening, one thing that can help you really learn how to be grateful and to show gratitude, because we hear people say, be grateful, show gratitude. Da, 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 da. Well, how can you actually do this? These are ways that you can actually map out your gratitude. So every evening you might have a notebook, or you might use voice clips like I do, or maybe you might have a digital way that you write down your things. At the end of every day, you sit down and write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And here's the thing, whether they're big or small, I encourage you to write down all the small things. Why? Because we tend to look over the 20, 30 small things that we should be grateful for, always looking for that big thing. It's easy to be excited about a major job promotion, a major deal that you close as an entrepreneur. But what about celebrating that you got up and you got through you created a list of 10 things and you made it through 2 of the things on the list of 10? Why can't you celebrate that you completed 2 tasks on your list of 10? Instead of looking at your list of 10 as, I had a list of 10, I only did 2 tasks on my list of 10. How about you showing gratitude, saying that you completed 2 things on your list of 10? So it's just a flip, a change, a reframing of your mindset, okay? And so you can express gratitude many different ways. If you are an entrepreneur, you can express your gratitude for your team, your family, the audiences, your customers, your clients, your collaborators. It's so many different ways that you can express gratitude, not only for what you are personally doing internally, but for what individuals are doing for you. Like, I thank all of you for being a part of CTR Media Network, whether you are one of our members, creating content, or whether you are a person listening in or watching our shows on TV, whether it's Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Android TV, Apple TV, whether you're downloading our app on iOS app, or which is Apple phone, or Google Play, which is an Android phone. However it is that you're watching us or listening to us, and you can listen to us on all the podcasting platforms and social media. No matter where it is that you tune in, or our magazines, because I don't want to forget that, in blogs, we appreciate you. because you took the time to give us some of your time. Okay. And so we're eternally grateful for each person, group or entity that pays that gives us some of your attention and support us in any way, whether it's monetary or whether it's your time. All of it is valuable and we are grateful. So sit down and think about cultivating that gratitude. The next practice is setting boundaries and saying no. Woo, let me just stay on this for a minute. You need to set you some boundaries, honey. If you was lack of boundaries in 2024, I am telling you that this year you need to set boundaries. And this is not in business or at your job. This is for your entire life. Okay. And then you need to learn to say no when necessary. I'm going to stop right here because I want to make sure that I'm not missing any comments, and make sure that I give, some shout outs when I see individuals commenting. So thank you again, Matthew, for saying hi. For those of you, I see you out in the views watching and listening. Well, I say listening because I'm not doing video today. Thank you so much. And you can comment in the comments and I'll give you guys a shout out because we are live, baby, and I pop it up on the screen. Positivity. Okay, on that note, let me dig deep on these setting boundaries and saying no. Listen, burnout happens. Burnout is a real thing. I experienced it more than one time in my career as an entrepreneur and before I started entrepreneurship when I was working a 9 to 5. And then before that, when I was just a stay-at-home mom. I'm not going to say just a stay-at-home mom. Honey, that is a hard job, being a stay-at-home mom. Ooh, Lord. But listen, burnout is real. So you have to make sure that you commit this year to not overcommitting yourself with different, what we call opportunities, because that overcommitment is what is going to cause the burnout. I don't want to say this name, but the YouTube channel is called Dummy. And I don't want to say that. I'm going to say tummy because I don't like that because everybody's smart in their own way. but the person said, Jesus love y'all. Yes, he do every day. All right. And so what you can do is you can create you a no list. Get this, create you a no list. Things that you won't compromise on this year. So we can say, for example, if you have a job where you can say that you're not going to work weekends, okay? Or you're an entrepreneur and you can set your own schedule and say, okay, I'm not working weekends. Then stay with that. Keep those boundaries. Like for us with CTR Media Network, when we first started our company, we implemented that all Wednesdays will be Wednesdays for spiritual and family. So our staff and our team are off on every Wednesday to focus, to get back centered with family because it's most important, and spiritual. So whatever it is, for me, it's God, And so we're off on Wednesdays, every Wednesday. Now I'm speaking to you now because I made a point that I wanted to show up for you guys every day this week, but don't hold me to it, but I am trying. But yeah, so as I get off this live, I'm shutting down all social media and I am going to be with my family. Matter of fact, I was already with my mom and dad earlier. And after I finish this, I'm going back to spend time with my mom, my dad, my children, and my husband. Yes, I am. So you have to learn to set these boundaries because I realize that a team that is well rested, a team that feel respected, a team that feel loved and appreciated, they work better. Many times people feel like you have a short work week mean that you'll have less productivity. But what I have found is that short weeks, when they be refilled and have time to be with their family, have time to do self-care, when they come back to work, they're refreshed and they get even more work done. Now, that has been my personal experience. We have tried both ways, having 5-day week, having a 6-day work week, and having a 4. 4 works very great for us. Who would have ever thought? I get our team put out more work in 4 days than most people put out in 7 days or 6-day work week. And so I have found that with how we do our company with CTRMN Network, it works for us. And we're so grateful because everybody's much happier too. I would say that because you have some time to rest. And here, I want you to understand that success doesn't mean saying yes to everything. Sometimes when you are in your building stage of career or business, you feel like you have to say yes to every single opportunity that come your way. And if you don't, you feel as if you're going to miss an opportunity. I used to feel like that. So I almost worked myself into an early grave because I kept on working, even when I was tired, working 12, 16, 18 hours straight, day in and day out. And let me tell you, I burnt my body down so badly that it took me months to be able to come back. And I would not tell anyone to do that. That is the wrong thing to do. The wrong thing to never burn yourself out. Don't burn the candle on both ends. That is faulty thinking, and that do not lead to success. That either leave you one foot closer to saying rip, or it puts you in a bad health and mental state. It's not good. No matter how much you love what you do with your career or your entrepreneurship, it's not worth it at the end of the day, because it takes time to rebuild your body and all of that good stuff. And I did that, and it wasn't a good thing. You need to practice. For those of you who have a very hard time telling people no, you have to practice saying, "I'll get back to you. Right now is not a good time. Thank you for the opportunity, but right now it don't fit into my schedule." If you don't like saying no, for those of you who don't like saying no, I want you to go to ChatGPT and put this prompt in. Create for me 10 prompts of different ways that I can say no to an opportunity that's polite. And you'll be surprised how many different ways there are to say no without actually saying no. And that will keep you have to set these boundaries. You have to set the boundary and learn to say no. The next one is continuous learning and adaptation. What does that mean? We are in an era that is unlike any era in history, where we are transitioning to a new era. Every so often, every 100 years, maybe every couple decades, you'll see sometime where it's a new innovation or a major shift. Right now, we are shifting into the digital age, full force speed ahead. How we used to do things will never be the same anymore, because we have officially fully transitioned to the digital age. So how can you make sure that you, as a person working a traditional 9-to-5 job and also an entrepreneur, make sure that you are continuously learning all the new things that are coming, and being exposed to AI, not being afraid to implement systems in order to help with better management and operations of your business, understanding how to work certain type of computers or software that can help you be more efficient at your job or for your entrepreneurship, being ready, having your mindset more open to adapting to the change. Most of these new innovations is not as hard as we think. It's harder when we put up resistance to it, saying, "Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, I don't see the need." Well, listen, people who were saying they didn't see the need about 3-5 years ago, now you see the need that you need to have an email, right? Now you see the need that you need to have your bank account, have a digital bank account, right? Now you see the need that you have to have a cell phone, right? So it's so many things that it's very few people that have a landline phone now. And think about it. If you just went back 10 years, most people had a landline phone. Now everybody, even people that have low income, have cell phones. Children have cell phones now. So think about if you didn't adapt to it. Where would you be at now? You mean you're going to be the only one that don't have a cell phone in a time where it's more crime than ever, in a time where you need to travel and you need assistance? You're going to depend on a landline phone during a time where there's no pay phones. I'm aging myself because many of you don't even know what a pay phone is or was. And for my young people who actually listen in on CTRMN Network, a payphone was a phone that was stationed at various different locations, such as schools, hospitals, downtown, in front of restaurants, where you could literally take a coin, a quarter, a dime, a nickel, no pennies, and you put it inside of the pay phone because you had to pay in order to use the phone. Get it? Pay phone. Or you had a calling card if you was real fancy. And that's how we actually called people. We literally had telephone books, which is equivalent to having a directory of everybody that lived in your city. You literally go in alphabetical order and can look up people's names in a book and call them, street address and everything. But listen, all of that is digital now. Yellow pages are digital. White, they got white pages that's digital. They have everything is digital. So just imagine if you was one of the people that say, I'm not going to use no cell phone. I'm not going to, well, where will you be now? If you need something, you got to drive all the way home in order to make a telephone call. Now, that's not wise. So in 2025, I want to encourage you to be a continuous learner and be ready to adapt to things that are necessary for you in order to grow for your personal life as well as business or entrepreneurship, because you're going to have to do it. And so as we think about this, I want you guys to make sure that you get mentorship, find you a good YouTube channel, find you a good show to watch or a podcast to listen to on CTR Media Network, so that can be your mentorship. Join some masterminds, network, get the knowledge that you need, because everything is limitless in 2025 for you. If you change your mindset, I need you to visualize. I need you to embrace the failures. I need you to practice gratitude. I need you to set boundaries. I want you to be a forever learner, and I want you to build a foundation for greatness. Yes, yes, and yes. And so what I want to do is I want to give you a free gift for those of you who stay all the way to the end. If you look in the description of this video, you will see that I have 3 freebies. Who don't love a gift? I have 3 freebies. So what are those freebies? I have 2 audio courses that I'm giving away for free. One about mentorship and one about not allowing fear to stop you. And then the third is for individuals who want to start a podcast, a TV show, but you just don't know how to start, right? Well, I decided to write an ebook to tell you about the 7 things that you need to know before you start a podcast, a TV show. Because many people just jump in full force and don't know what the world they doing, don't even think about what you need to do beforehand. They go out and tell everybody they're starting a podcast, and then a month later, they still don't have no podcast done. They already made all these announcements. And people talking, "Where your podcast? You ain't got no podcast." Oh, because you didn't realize the time it takes to start a podcast. You didn't understand what you need to do first. And so look in the description of this video and you will see those 3 freebies. And I encourage you to do it, because we're going to start 2025 the right way, with the proper mindset, reframing our mind. On that note, I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, and this is CTR Media Network TV show. And we are streaming all across multiple platforms on social media, podcasting platforms. And now you can download our CTR Media Network app by just going to your iOS app. That's Apple phone. If you have an Apple phone, just where you would go and download any other app, you would just put CTR Media Network in the search, and then you click it and you can download and watch free content 24/7, 7 days a week. If you have an Android phone, you will go to your Google Play Store, do the same thing, click on the search bar, type in CTR Media Network, and then you will be able to download our app and be able to watch our content for absolutely free. But if you are a content creator or a person who wants to become a podcast or TV host, then you can go to ctrmedianetwork.com and reach out to us. Yes, reach out to us and we'll let you know, because we have limited spaces for new content creators. So just go to our website and we will let you know, schedule a little discovery call, and we will get you in to see what your ideas are. And then we'll let you know whether or not you are a right fit for our platform. And if not, we will also give you the tools where you can join us, or the tools where you can do it by yourself. Listen, because I mean, literally, you can go buy the book for $20 that we have, The Power of Podcasting, Unlocking Tips and Strategy for Podcast Success. You can buy it for $20 and do it solo dolo, or you can do it with a team. It's up to you in 2025. For those of you who want to speak directly to our customer service, I will say this right here, that our company is off for vacation. So our staff and team will be back on Monday, January the 6th. But you can write this number down. This is our company telephone number, 877-287-6552. If it's regarding CTR Media Network, then it's extension 801. Thank you so much for following, sharing, and subscribing. And if you haven't done all that, this is the time to do so. Make sure to check out CTR Media Network we are an edutainment online streaming podcast and TV distribution network that offers compelling and impactful content designed to fuel your business, entertain you, and enrich your life. Again, I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, one of the hosts of the CTR Media Network TV show that is powered by CTR Media Network. And we do have opportunities for individuals that would like to host this show like I'm doing right now. You reach out to us, hit that contact us, and we'll let you know whether or not you qualify by, getting y'all signed up and all that good stuff. Have a great, amazing rest of your day. And maybe tomorrow I'll pop in on video and make y'all laugh a little bit, because I'm very animated. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great, amazing rest of your day. Take these practices and tips and move forward with a bang with CTR Media Network and changing that mindset for success. Talk to you later. Bye.
Dreams do come true. I am showering on Netflix.
What I wish I knew when I started podcasting: how to get an awesome website in minutes. No technical knowledge, no problem. Podpage is designed for podcasters, not developers. Build a professional website in minutes, no coding required. Focus on your podcast, not your website. Join over 30,000 podcasters who trust Podpage to showcase their shows. It's easy, it works, it's made for you. Visit CTR Media Network and scan the QR code to get started now. Podpage, build it, love it, share it.